Hey guys, how's it going tonight? Um, I finally got back to come back to this, and I did the Nightmare Before Christmas reading this time. I did do a few earlier with the crystal reading cards, so there is a reading. I think it's uploading right now. Um, and got to like pick some crystals because due to like just not feeling too good and um just think possibly if there was like some sort of stone that like was gonna like catch my eye or bring attention to like maybe what I should be doing. It did catch my eye. It did bring me to what I should be doing. So, I'm pretty happy overall with it. I guess I can show you one of my stones. I think it's right here. I just hold on one second. Here, I'll pause this so you don't have to wait. Okay, I am back. I have a few different stones. I have a tiger's eye. It was kind of mentioned in the video, but it wasn't one of the cards we picked. I do love this. I incorporate and work so well with stones. I'm surprised I'm just not all into everything like all the way. Like, stop going. I have to sneeze. You guys are lucky I paused that because it was very loud. Like, I love stones and learning about them. I also mentioned the amethyst, and here it is. It's just like a solid rock. I believe this one's citrine. You just like go on and on and on. Well, the citrine one though, um, so I have a sister that works for Moffitt Cancer. Um, and so she works with cancer patients. And this is, oh my gosh, this is actually another example of starting something and not finishing it. And uh, FYI, that is all college. That's all what college is about. It's going from point A to point B and like following through. So the fact that I haven't had a good record with following through, like I'm ready to get on that ball. So because if you don't, then you just lead to like major disappointments and unfinished business. I don't want to live this way anymore. So yeah, but anyways, I for her birthday was like thinking outside the box, and I actually still have them all. And so basically, oh my gosh. Okay. For some reason, I can't find them, but I'll just put it this way: is I want to start um like a little like I don't know what it would be called, like a nonprofit, something to kind of just give back and make like how like if you're like sick or something you might get like a little token of something like a little like prayer card or just like a little worry doll or something like that. Well, I made all these bags and I looked up stones that were good for cancer and one was citrine and one is like I believe it was like a uh, rose quartz. Um, citrine, rose quartz. There may be another one. But in earlier today when I was doing the crystal reading, the one card that I pulled out, it was saying that it purifies your blood. I mean, seriously though, you're telling me you're going to hold a rock and that's going to heal you? And we're having so many struggles like, combating things. And I get it, maybe some people don't believe it, but this book is telling you that this rock can purify your blood. Believe it. But this was the one that kind of reminded me of the ancient wisdom. It's petrified wood, And I don't know how I stumbled across like research of it or whatever, but like it connects you to your ancestors. So I bought it and I like went and like sat, and I don't really remember exactly what happened, but I do feel like I had a connection some way somehow. But what baffles me and makes me really like wonder is why I'm not totally grounded into it. Why would I not want to do this every day? Same with like doing like Buddha chants and stuff like that. Like I got into that, started doing it. It was improving my life dramatically. Like, why would you stop? All right. But that's that. I also have this Jasper like Dalmatian. Maybe it's I know it's something Dalmatian. Maybe it starts with a D. No, it's Dalmatian. I know it's Dalmatian something. I don't know. But like it like brings like playful energy, like joyful, like it's more just like easygoing. I love this one. And there's some other ones. I have a little Buddha, a Buddha bead. He's actually some type of stone, but it's like it has a hole in it so you could like make a bracelet or, do what you want. I just like it because it's Buddha. So I pulled five, 6 cards. I pulled 6 cards and it like got separated into like two different categories with like one major arcana. So I have a group of presents and then a group of needles. And then I have VI, the lovers. So I'm going to start with the Ace of Presents. And I got an upright and it says, the Ace of Presents shows great things. But before I start, when I went through it, like I don't know if maybe I should just, read it the first time as I'm doing the video because like I start questioning myself, like, what am I going to say? And what am I going to this? And how do I feel my energy off of this? And I didn't really get any coming back to me, but so I'll just read it and go with it. Um, I'll just read it and go with it. My dog is laying over there in his bed, like, really? You're doing this right now? I don't know about you guys, but I love Mountain Dew. And I'm not going to put this over my computer, but it's the shark bite one. And my friend at work, um, and honestly, like I'm realizing I might actually talk about Amazon quite frequently, and that is because of one thing, and it's because it is a major part of my life. You know what I mean? Like how you feel like your job is your second home. Like there's certain correlations that come along with a lot. So I don't really even feel bad anymore. I'm going to try to maybe not be so on the negative side or like um criticizing, like just let that go. But all in all, there's a purpose for everything. There's a reason why certain things are being said. So it's all good and fine. But the Ace of Presents, we did that one in upright. There's some words in this paragraph that I struggle with, like even just kind of knowing what they mean. The Ace of Presents shows great things are coming your way. This could refer to a lucrative new job, a gift, or an unexpected monetary windfall. Take full advantage of new opportunities that appear because the time is right for success. It's like, okay, I'll be looking out for opportunities that maybe were in like underneath the rubble that you kind of forgot exist, and be looking out for those like those moments to pull it through to the other side, pull it through to the other side, and not have like a fear, like just go for it. Stop feeling like, it's great things are coming your way. I mean, you can also make sure the great things are coming your way. Study your Bible, work out, eat healthier, make sure those great things are coming your way. Make sure they are, you know? And I feel like just starting out with that mindset in itself is going to open those doors. Okay, so after that, which was the Ace of Presents, and I believe in another video I was like, Ace of Presents, I don't remember where that is, but I think it's Pentacles. I can check really quick. Okay, I don't know. I'll pause it. Okay, presents are Pentacles. I still don't know what that means, but someone who's listening may, which I find that to be interesting. You know, like you can pick up an on message, and also being transparent and following through might, you know, make this video a little bit better. I don't want to be like, oh, you know, never mind, I'll just do it later. Like, you won't be able to know what Ace of Presents is. You might really want to know. So I'm going to tell you. The next one I got, though, was the V of Candles. I didn't necessarily do like a spread. I kind of just picked them out. But then, like, after the fact, I was like, should I? Should I make that number 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay, here we go, guys. The V of Needles. Oh, this was the first card. I was like, I would pick this one out. It reminds me of my puppy. That's Macy. She likes to bite with her big old teeth. This is the next one we got, the V of Needles. It's almost like, I think that's Oogie Boogie, right? Oogie Boogie is afraid to see Jack or something. I don't know. It was an upright and says, this is the ultimate battle card. Are you fighting an Oogie Boogie in your life? Conflict can be uncomfortable, but sometimes it's inevitable. You'll need to be agile and clever to gain the upper hand. Good luck. So, conflict can be uncomfortable and sometimes inevitable. Okay, if you're debating somebody or, um, you know, just in those like sticky conversations and you like feel like you want to be able to have control over what you say to make your point across versus like being trampled over and you're like, well, I still feel a certain way and I can't stand how you're responding to me, and you feel like you blame yourself for the way that you're responding in the first place, like how you're putting out. It's like if you present yourself a certain way, nobody's running over you. I don't know if that makes sense. So, but it says that you'll need to be agile and clever to gain the upper hand. So, you know, I really don't have the answers for that one, but good luck. That was it. Okay, so moving on to the next one, the needles. And why can't conflicts be inevitable? Does that make sense at all? Whatever. I'm done overthinking it. Avoidable. Why can't conflicts be unavoidable instead of inevitable? Okay, so we got the V of Needles, and then we're moving on to the Two of Needles. We've gotten this card before, which is crazy because you'd be shuffling them. So it's like, okay, why are these same cards coming out? But this time it came out in reverse, so it is a new message. It says, you're not seeing eye to eye with someone in your life, and things are coming to a head. You've communicated your thoughts and feelings, and so have they, but you're still in disagreement. Sometimes all you can do is give your best advice and be supportive, without standing without standing in the way. Ultimately, you can control what other people just ultimately you can't control what other people decide to do. It's like, oh yes, you can. I'm just kidding. So those back to back kind of like I feel like went with each other pretty well and they kind of accommodated each other and I don't really have to speak on it. I'm going to move on to the next one. It's Ivy of Presence or Pentacles. And um, these little guys are cute. I just don't like how it's so difficult to find the since you can't really see there. Okay, it's four rats with four pieces of cheese that's wrapped in a bow, and there's only one kind of just like looking closer in. So we got that in upright, and it says Ivy of Presence represents happiness and stability at home, at work, and within your budget. You're on track and setting yourself up for success by building your plans on solid ground. Say thanks with thoughtful gifts to those who've helped you get here. So I like that message a lot. Because it's more settling to know like that's the middle of this reading and it's saying, it's representing happiness and stability at home, even though there might be some conflicts and things like that. You're getting past them versus like being in a troubled place. I feel like it's like, okay, but you might have some things going on, but you guys are still progressing forward. You're still moving into the right motion. You're setting yourself up for success. You're building your plans on solid ground. Earlier today in the reading with the stone, it was talking about grounding yourself. I even have been talking about grounding myself before any of this, and it's very true. So there's truth behind that. So it goes back into a Queen of Presence or Pentacles. It's an upright. This is Homegirl. And she says, or upright says, joyful and content with life. The Queen of Presence is a kind caretaker who has everything she needs. She's stable, prosperous, living a life of abundance. The Queen of Presence advises you to stay humble, Benvolent, benevolent. And it's like I know it, but I can't say it. And kind. So I'm gonna have to, Google that word, learn a new word today, and just be done with it. So when I first read this earlier, it made me think of when I started getting really mad at this person honking behind me, and how it made me jog my memory back to like my readings and not being upset at people and this and that. But I didn't take the advice, and she was trying to go around me. Like we both turned onto the road, and I'm not even sure if she was honking at me, but I felt like she was. We turned onto the road, and then like we're like driving by each other, and I should have just let it go, but instead I was like, no, like I feel like you just honked at me for no reason. I don't feel good right now. Like I don't feel like because you have to like go like I was at a stop sign where you have to pass three lanes of traffic, get to like a middle place, then to get to your other three lanes of traffic where people are going like 70 miles per hour. It's about rush hour traffic, 5:36. I'm understanding that you probably have to go somewhere, but at the same time, you honking behind me isn't going to necessarily mean that I can just jump out in front of this traffic. Like, it's my judgment call, not yours. I'm allowed to sit here as long as I need. And when I pulled up to the stop sign, I purposely like got in a position where you could go around me or do what you had to do. So, but there's also a guy on a bike and he was coming along, and I like to make sure that person knows that I'm staring at them so they could feel comfortable. And but he like went the other way, so I don't know if she was honking at him. I don't know what, but like I'm like hot with a fever. I just cleaned out my car. I'm just kind of like tired and just like, it's getting towards the end of the day. There's rush hour traffic. I shouldn't have really gone that way. So it just kind of irked me. So then we get over into the like everything's clear, and then I'm like going, right? And then we're going, and then I felt like she was trying to get ahead of me so she could cut me off. So I sped up with her, and I was like, fuck that. Like, you're not going to go cut me off. She still did get in front of me, but then I just came to the side and then went this way, and her car's like going, swerving a little bit. And I'm just like, and then like she pulled up to a red light, and I pulled up, and I was like, yeah, have fun at your red light. Like, don't, like, why are you doing this to me? But, you know, but I didn't like honk at her. I didn't ride past and flick her off, even though when I said in the last video, I was like, I'm not sure about anybody else being happy. Like in that moment, I feel like it probably would have made me feel better if I flicked her off. But after the fact of like, oh damn, you just flick someone off and this and that, like it doesn't feel good. So I felt like at first I almost didn't regret that I didn't flick her off because I felt like it would make me feel better. But in reality, waiting it out and just being okay with what happened, like I felt better suited, like in my own energy, just being kind of calm. Okay, so the Queen of Presents. Um, it says it was an upright. Oh yeah, how that this card like reminded me of it because it says the Queen of Presents advises you to stay humble, benevolent, and kind. Benevolent. So it's that reminder again. It's like, breathe, breathe. It's okay. Just be nice. Be nice. Be a nice person. Okay, and then the last one, which made me happy to see, it would make anybody happy to see come out in a reading, is the Lovers. The Lover's card represents supportive, healthy, magical connection. The lovers fit together like Jack and Sally. They're meant to be. Upright. Got an upright too. You're creating meaningful. You are creating meaningful friendships, connections, and relationships that will enrich your life. Build these connections on a foundation of honesty and mutual respect. There's also an element of choice and love in the Lover's Tarot card. If you have a decision to make, don't overanalyze the situation. Decide with your heart. Okay, so I like that, but I feel like I always decide with my heart. So it almost like it's like a vein. Like there's just so many different little like outlets and things. Like how do you say this? It's like so you could choose like okay, I choose this person because I really really enjoy them and their spirit, and I like, but you know that you have like other love that exists. So it's almost like don't overcomplicate the situation. Like it is what it is. Like just follow your heart. And I guess that makes more sense than what I was trying to say because it just does. It just makes sense that way. Um like overcomplicating something is just not what we do. And also I feel like, what's meant for you will be for you. And that's advice that I've, heard from my guidance. And I feel like, that makes sense. Like I feel like that's the truth. So like regardless if you're thinking like, oh, I don't want to hurt this person because I'm choosing this person. In reality, if that person really loved you, they would understand that the situation. We're just gonna leave it there. Like, but at the same time, like it's hard to follow your heart on that because like I don't want to break somebody's heart because I love somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, I, it's hard. I don't know if this is a Sagittarius thing, but it's hard to, say like, I only love that one person. Like, and that sounds really like, it sounds like something that I'm not trying to say. Because trust me, when I, got into my first relationship, like, I didn't see anybody but that person. Like, I didn't want anybody else. And even after the fact, I was like, life spiraling out of control. And it was just different. But the deeper understanding that you may have multiple loves in life, like there might not be just like one set person, like that's all good and fine if there is, or if that's like a choice, like if you have to choose to, you know, be in a certain commitment, like I'm all good and fine with that and I'm open for it. To me, I feel like it's just kind of like a blessing to know that there could be someone out there that's actually on the same mind and wavelength as you, and like just these possibilities that like you aren't even aware of yet, but you're kind of like aware, but you're not because you're not there. Okay, I don't even know. Acceptance. Today will be a good day. Close your eyes and repeat this before you begin each day. There will be difficulties and bumps in the road throughout the day. Accept this and know that you will make it, living one day at a time. Okay? Make an area. Create a special area in your home or even in the corner of your room. This is your relaxation area. Add candles, incense, plants, and different beautiful images that hold meaning. Understanding. The next time you interact with okay, we've done that one. So make an area. There's a few different areas I have in my room. Like a bulletin board's always fun, and then like if you like go to like kind of tidy up your room or clean your room, you can like take everything down on the bulletin board and then remake it. And like after you've cleaned your room and stuff and you've cleaned your area, like it's just like a whole new vibe going on. Um, but I also like in my closet, like I have just like with the stuff that you have, it just ends up gathering into like little collections of things. It sounds like someone was straight up in my window. That was a really, really weird sound. It was like the wind, it sounded like it rained, then it sounded like somebody's like stereo from their car was like right in my window though. It's like, can you get out my window, please? But like I have like a little section, it's like yoga stuff. Like there's a yoga block, and then like I have like a section that has like supplements, all the supplements, and then I have a section that has rocks. I have a section, that has a chakra thing, and it's like when we all had to like wear the mask, like I bought this like astrology sign one, and it was like one of the sleeves, but I never really used it, so I was like, what do I do with this now? So then I've just like laid it out, and like I don't know. I did hear one time though on Cosmic Royal Family, which is Mystic Beauty. She has a few different channels. Um, Cosmic Royal Family, of something about like cleaning your altar. Now, I don't necessarily have like an altar or anything like that, but like it runs through my brain through like out the day, and I'm like, wait, is that what she's meaning by this? There's like always like people like screaming and stuff, but it seems like that seems like a playful scream, but like sometimes like I'll be like going out there like looking like, is it all right out there? But like what Mystic Beauty said though was like she's like you need to clean your altar. So like not even knowing like that's kind of what's going on, because like my stuff, it will just sit here for days. Like my bulletin board will be that way for like half the year, and then I'll do it like so twice a year. And then like inside my closet, like when I go to clean it out, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like I'm so excited to like, you know, see this every day and this and that. And then it just sits there and collects dust. It's like I want to be more involved and more charged into the energy of my room and just my space, because being so stagnant, I just saw crystals and like wondering like what's missing. Well, that's what's missing. Spiritual. This type of meditation may include elements of silent, spoken, or chanted prayer, chanting, um, like do your Buddha chants. Practice this with the religion of your choice. It can bring a deeper connection to the divine and deepen your spiritual growth. Amen to that. When I was doing the Buddha chants, like I would come back from doing it because like I was doing it like the correct way, number one. So what happened was I was working at a laundromat and Domino's, like two jobs, and I was like walking from one to one, and I ended up having like coming along somebody at the laundromat that was like a worker. She was like there, but I don't remember exactly why, because this was a long time ago. But anyways, like me and her had to like go run and do like we had to go. This laundromat had like a like they would like pick up your laundry and clean it like a delivery service. So like most of the time I was at that laundromat, like um, but like sometimes like we would get to go leave and go do stuff, like and go make our rounds through like the people. Like there was like a yoga place and we would pick up like their washcloths and like clean them for them and then bring them back. And like another place was like a restaurant. So like I don't know, it was weird. But this lady that I was grouped with, she was into Buddhism. And I have like over my life have had conversations with people about God and this and that. So it's like it came to my thing, and then like she was like basically like introducing me to it and telling me about it, and like told me about Myoho Renge Ko. Gave me like a card, I think I remembered, and then like was like seriously, she's like, I need you to think of like three different things that you want in your life or a change in your life. Write them down, and then do this chant. And she's like, I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. So it really brought me on. I kind of got more interested into it, and I was like doing these chants, and I just found a lot of peace with it. Um, was I consistent? I don't believe so. I believe I stopped and kind of continued and stopped and continued and kind of went on my own personal journey with it. And, but like the way that meditation will take over your mind and make you have like a sound, like you will hear. I haven't done it in a long time, so it's kind of hard to like voice an opinion on it, but it was a amazing opportunity to be involved with. And I feel like I need to go back to that place because that ultimately was a piece of my soul. There was something that clicked with that religion. There is something that made sense with. I did always have like this like kind of like hold back, like I don't think I can fully commit to being only Buddha, like, but like I came to that issue with respect. Like I was like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you. It's like I believe in Jehovah. I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I believe in Buddha. And it goes the same way too, like with Jehovah. Like I believe in Buddha. I believe in the spiritual side. I believe in these things going on. Like it's an open communication relationship. Do I feel like maybe there's only one truth or whatever? I really don't even know, but like that's not my choice. That's not my thing to decide. I'm just trying to be very open to anything that has to do with love and creating and growing should be allowed. It should not be something like, well, that's just not true, and that doesn't exist, and you guys are full of crap. Like, why would you ever deny something that is so loving and wanting the best for you? Why? Stop turning that away. I get it. Everybody's in their own relationship with God and on their own timeline, and you're allowed to have that. I'm not trying to take it away from you. It just hurtful to know that, some people want to see you die. Like they want you to, not do well or hurt you. And I just want help for those people. I want them to see that there is good. You don't have to choose a certain way. Just Breathe came out. Reflect and grow. Look in the mirror when you have the chance. This exercise will expose the things that are hard to swallow. When you see your reflection, hopefully you're not looking at a demon, because I've heard that they don't like their reflection. Again, go listen to Cosmic Royal Family. Mystic Beauty, she, especially if you're into like spiritual side of things, she's your go-to. Like I think about it and I'm like, I will, like, because I listen to her all the time, and I'm just like, how is she doing this? Like, how does she have an abundance of like information and just like just know everything? Like, how, like, I don't even think she, like, I know that she knows how amazing she is, but it's like, do you even see what you're doing right now? Like, do you understand like how big and vast like the universe is, and the fact that I feel like you're just like kind of like sitting there like this, like hovering, like, oh, like how I've never in my life have I like discovered somebody like Mystic Beauty, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So this says, but let me actually read the message. Go listen to Mystic Beauty for like other insights that are like really, really good. Look in the mirror when you have a chance. This exercise will expose the things that are hard to swallow. Yeah. um, when you see your reflection, try and bring to the surface the things that you need to improve on. It's so funny, like when you like read these like little like self-improvement and stuff like that, it's almost like it was something you already knew, and it was like in the back of your head, and it was like it's just helping you remember. um this exercise, it's like, why didn't I come up with this card? This exercise will expose the things that are hard to swallow. When you see your reflection, try and bring to the surface the things that you need to improve on. This can make you feel a little sad, but this is just the first part of the exercise. Take all the things that you need to improve and tell yourself that you are good at them. Tell yourself that you will try harder to get better at them. This will seem silly and maybe a little difficult at first, but if you are consistent with this exercise, you will look in the mirror at the mirror one day and you will realize that you have improved. The things you fell a little short on are now assets to your character. Reflect and grow. Reflect and grow. It's like, honestly, guys, this can't be another like flop for me. Like, this is like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm gonna read one more card. We're at 40-minute mark. Earlier today, when I did the gemstone, which I think is uploading now, it said something about barefoot. So this card is called Barefoot, and the fact that it popped out and scratched my, like, I scratched my eye, and it got my eye. I'm gonna go for it because it seemed like this reading and the reading from earlier blended into each other. Do you barefoot walk? Do you remember what it feels like to have fresh time out? I needed that drink too. It says, Do you remember what it feels like to have fresh grass? I cannot say those words together. Try to say fresh grass 3 times in a row. Do you remember what it feels like to have fresh grass between your toes? When was the last time you allowed your bare feet to touch the earth and feel everything underneath them? Give yourself a moment to walk barefoot. Invite all the sensations into your body. Walk slowly and calmly. Slow, calm movement that invites vulnerability, like walking barefoot, can help ground you in the moment. Feel your body relax into this exercise. I like that one. Like I'm one to wear shoes and socks or like slides. Socks, we'll say socks all the time. Like where people usually will take off their socks and go to sleep. Like I will keep my socks on. Every once in a while, like I'll take off my socks and it'll feel amazing. Like, but for the most part, you will see me in socks. Like I'm not one of those sandal people where like I'm rocking sandals everywhere. No, I'm walking rocking slides with socks on. I'm rocking tennis shoes. I'm not wearing sandals. Excuse me. Now, it's not to say like I don't own a pair of sandals. Like I have a pair of sandals. They just stay fresh and new forever. Um, but when it comes down to like having those moments where like I'll go to the beach or something and it's like the best feeling ever. I actually kind of feel like going to the beach tonight just to go walk on the sand, like, and just like, because it's just so energizing and it just feels so good inside your like whole entire body, like how it can just heal your soul. So I also be like chasing Macy outside, like in our backyard, like through that grass, and it's like all wet. She'll, excuse me, she'll like run down to the side, and there's like this like canoe my sister's husband like has like left it there. So like, what do you automatically think? This canoe's been chilling over here. We live in an area where there's a bunch of alligators and like it's Florida. It's like snakes and blah 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 blah. It's like yeah, guaranteed I go to like look under that fucking freaking canoe, a snake is gonna fly in my face. So it's like she'll go over there and like be like all curious. I'm like no, like running by. I'm like come over here, like socks and all. So like I can't really say like I'm like that one person who's like not like agitated with the grass and at the same time like really really enjoying those blades of grass between your toes. Like I like both sides, but at the same time like you know how some people just like the bottoms of their feet are like fucking black because they are just they like walking barefoot. Like that's just the way it is. So I don't know, but or like could like if you're in a race or something and you want to race outside, they'll be like taking off their shoes. Like, I'm gonna keep my shoes on and race you. But, but at the same time, I do like that grounding feeling. And I should probably do it more. Same with like if you go to like a highly recommend it going to like a nature trail and just walking. Like, just go take a walk in nature. Like, you won't regret it. Um, but again, you probably should have your shoes on, even though I know some people won't. But I don't know. Go find somewhere to ground yourself. You could ground yourself with your feet. You can, this is what we've learned today. You can ground yourself with stones. You can ground yourself with meditation. It's giving me 3 keys to get my booty in gear. So let's see how this affects me and if I take on the advice. I'm wearing my black tourmaline necklace. That is like the best thing ever. Macy always be chewing the string. I'm like, no, I need this. I need this. Like at first I was like letting her do it. I'm like, she's not gonna chew through it. She's not gonna chew through it. I'm like, wait, what am I thinking? I just want this necklace to last a long time. I have the other one because this is my second one. That's how legit this is. Like, Mystic Beauty is not no joke.
Like, that's all I have to say. You can go find out for yourself. I will make stories on things, experiences that I've had. Like, I don't mind doing that, but go check her out for yourself. Go do your own things. She has a money oil that, like, apparently will help you manifest or attract money, which I've heard of things like that, like putting like allspice into your wallet or and like I end up like trying it one time and then like something like weird happened, like I found like $20 on the ground. So those things are real, but like her like I think she calls them testimonies, like or reviews. If you look at them, like someone's like, she helped me manifest over $40,000 into my bank account. I'm like, holy shit, I need to get me some of this like money oil. Like that was gonna be my next purchase, but I just got this other one. It's called War Oil, and it's for like spiritual warfare. And I'm not gonna put my business all out there, but I felt like somebody tampered with it. Like I don't know. I don't know if it was just me doing something stupid, but it's like I just don't see how it could even be possible. But basically, I've just kind of discontinued the use of it, and I can't all the way determine what exactly happened. But the first couple times I was able to use it, it was amazing. Like I was looking forward to, doing it all the time, and I was like, you know, getting ready to do it one night, and then it just wasn't exactly the same consistency, and I just felt like that was like throwing me off. So like you are like anointing yourself and like blessing yourself with a certain thing, and if it's something that's what you did not intend it to be, I don't want to be putting something onto my skin that could possibly be something other than what I thought it to be. It's like it seemed kind of like watery and like watered down, like where at first the oil would be like very like thick and it would still kind of like move, but it would like when I went to do it the next time it was just like dripping down my face. I'm like, this is not how it was at all. I don't know though. So I'm just kind of like confused about it, but like so like she like will like if you listen to her videos and stuff like that, she will explain to you how to do certain things and guide you through certain things. So like just like told me how to like basically use this oil and that's what I did and it like made me feel really really good. Like it broke my heart when I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I was like, okay, well I don't know exactly, why that happened. It like a punch to my heart. I'm like, why? Why is these things being taken away from me when I really thoroughly like enjoy having that peace and that everything. So, like, I don't know. My plan is to buy another one, keep it on my person. Like, you're not going to get in there this time and then compare it to, like, I'm going to use it a few times. And then if that consistency changes, like into like a liquidy, then I'll know like okay, this other bottle's perfectly fine. Like it still had the same smell, it still had the same thing, and like to me it was almost like at first I was like, did someone like take some of this out and just put water in it to make it look like there was still the same amount? And like I talked to my mom about it. I was like, Mom, I was like, because like I would not care. But like it seems like out of the norm. Like she wouldn't do something weird like that. Like she just wanted, I'm like, but I did ask her. I was like, did you happen to like take some of my oil out of here? And like just curious. Like I would not care if she did. Actually, I would be very proud of her. But it's just like one of those weird things. Like that's not something like typical of my mom to do. And it was just weird that I had to ask her anyways. I was like, yeah, because I kind of told her, and I was just like, I don't know, but no one necessarily has access to this house. But I just feel like in this today's age, we have technology and different loopholes. Now, I don't know why somebody would go through so much to torment somebody. I don't get that part, but it's the secretive part. There's something about my life that the trust has been taken away. I don't feel like I owe that to anybody. Like I don't have to trust anything in Like I can have bizarre outlooks because that's basically what's been given to me my whole entire life. So don't look at me like I'm crazy. I'm protecting myself by being cautious. And the fact that weird shit is going on is a whole nother thing. So it's like, yeah, sorry, if you mess with my stuff, it's not gonna be being put on my skin. Like I'm not doing it. Even though because I was like this is like maybe a week after or like a week, 2 weeks after, I was I went into the shower because I have it there, like it's just sitting there and I just want to use it and I keep like trying to like see if it'll get thicker if because the dropper was kind of messed up. There was like a hair wrapped around it. It was so weird. I don't know. But like I was like, okay, I was like, let me test this. Like I sent never mind. I put it into the bath water, right? Because like I heard you could put it into the bath water. But I wasn't going to like sit my whole body into it because I'm sketched out at this point. I don't know if it's what I'm using it for. So it's like, so I just put it in there with my feet. I'm like, I'll just let that simmer in there with there. Like, let's see how I feel after. Let's see what happens on after. The next few days, like, some weird stuff did kind of happen, actually. But at the same time, I still feel a hint of that comforting protection. That's because, regardless of what you try to do, like, mystics like her protect like I am stopping myself from saying because I don't want anything else to be taken from me but that's my point though is I don't believe you can stop something to this strength like you could try all you want but it's like I'm being covered because I'm searching for that answer. I'm putting out that truth and divinity of what I am to somebody that I trust. Like, I don't know. Just kind of putting it all out there into the universe, see what comes back. But it's like I never really had that here on earth. Like, I've looked towards the energies of the heavens before all my life, but never did I really feel like somebody could connect or understand on and it's not like I feel like oh my gosh, Mystic Beauty thinks just the way I do. No, I don't think that at all. I feel like she's enlightened me to things that like I've just been sitting here like um unaware of. It's like she's like ahead of the game. She's ahead of this. So yes, Mystic Beauty, I do look up to you very much and I just I appreciate everything you do and you know, I really care about you. Like I care about everything that what you stand for and it's like I almost feel like I don't want to let you down. Like I want to also grow from this and it's like sometimes like I'll listen to the message and it'll seem like you're kind of like letting go or like slipping up and you're like you're never going to get out of this crazy predicaments that you feel like you're tied in with, but you have to put in that effort. Like you can't like I can't I'm I feel like I'm sitting here thinking it's just gonna be like I'm just gonna open this door, and there's gonna be something there waiting for me. But it really is this journey that you have to put forth effort. And it's like it's not that I didn't understand that before, but it's like I didn't have that motion. I almost went through like a series of like events that have gone through this and it's like I had this like message like inside that I was just like this broken like we'll say lion, this little baby cub lion. I know that sounds like almost like victimizing, like, oh, you're this poor little. But that's how I felt inside. I do have a Leo moon. We'll put that out there as well. But a baby, it's kind of like that has just been like ran over, like broken inside. Their bones, they can't get up, they can't move. But God willing, has that strength and that power and that control and can heal you and get you to rise up again. So it's not that I haven't had feelings of like encouragement and things like that, but like I haven't actually felt that like that vision of you are this little broken baby that couldn't move and couldn't give up. And I'm like giving you that power. I'm giving you that power and like making you see it. Like you're feeling like alone in this room, like not able to move. And then you feel the power within yourself getting up and rising and like having these like it's very hard to express and to put into words. It's just like it's like your mind is where it's supposed to be. Your head is where it's supposed to be. Like the right thoughts are coming to you, the right like ambitions are coming to you, like you can see clarity again. Where before it was like I'm just trying to live day to day. It's like so these like this extra effort coming back. I feel like there's been effort put back into me just so I can overcome. And to me, that gives me so much gratitude and that gives me so much like fire that I'm just like ready to run with this. Like basically, this whole time you're feeling like you had all these dreams and all these ambitions with nobody really kind of like supporting you. So then you got broken. You were like down and you were just like kind of like searching like for like answers and other people like is anybody else feeling the way I'm feeling? Is like this going on or this going on? And it was never there. So you just started getting really, really, really depressed, like into this dark place and like you wanted to believe in love, you wanted to believe in certain um dreams, but you just started like almost giving in to like feeling like that stuff isn't real, that stuff doesn't exist, that's not the way that the world works. People have stomped on my heart, broken my heart, everything, it's like I don't want to give out love anymore. And then all of this happened where, someone is putting forth and how this is working, I have no clue. But, it's like I'm just so amazed and I'm so lucky and I'm so happy to know somebody that is so gifted and so loving and kind. And it's like, really, you don't even know, like maybe you do know me, I don't know. But it's like, you don't even have to be in my presence. That doesn't make sense either because, like, you are in a way because you're like giving off energy, but it's like, there's been times where I've listened to Mystic Beauty and like orbs of light will come around and I'm like, I'm like, okay. Um, Also with this one, it wasn't actually this black tourmaline, but like black tourmaline. And this is another like almost like proof that crystals are real. So this one is known to like block negative energies from like your aura. So go ahead and rock this and watch how nothing can touch you. Especially the one from Mystic Beauty, except don't get it from Mystic Beauty because only I can have it. Just kidding. She she apparently is able to do this for anybody. So go ahead and do what you gotta do. I'm just kidding. Definitely go buy it from her because probably if you're watching this, I'm probably somebody that I love. Actually, I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that. Just kidding. Regardless if you don't like me or not, I still love you. Don't worry. They're like, we hate you. Don't love us. I still love you. But like it'll take on so much because we do live in the world where we tend to have a lot of energies going around. So like this rock will crack. Like it'll start taking on cracks and stuff. And you should like clean them and stuff, like buried in sand, full moons, sage. I try to do that. I legit wear it to Amazon. So like my boob sweat be getting on it. But I try to like wash it off because I don't want it to be that way. But I wear this every day. I'm just like I used to like I would like have anxiety. I'd be like, oh my god, like I need it. It was like a ritual. Like I need the black tourmaline on me.
But one day, like, so like very like habitual, not ritual, but habitual about it. And like, but like, I got to the one day where like I just didn't have it on and I didn't even notice it. So like that made me like proud of myself to like to not like had noticed it during the day and been like, "Oh my God, now everything's going to be crazy." Like settling, just settle. Be confident. Um but I'll talk about these stories maybe another time, but this has been an hour long, so I'm gonna end it here. I hope everybody has a really, really good night. Missy Beauty, I really do hope you get to eventually listen to my videos and like see me. Um, but I understand we're all busy, we all have our own things, and maybe one day like these videos will be so good that like I love hyping myself up that everybody's listening to them and like it's on the news and everybody's like, oh my God, this girl's crazy, go check her out, and it just goes completely viral. So it's almost like you're gonna have to see me. But I'll always give you credit for everything that you do. I love you so much, and basically I'm not talking to anybody else besides Mrs. Beauty. All right, peace out, deuces.